How many people actually use Perplexity AI? So a lot of people are actually moving right from, Google to Perplexity AI. So it's got 10 million monthly active users. So people are using this to search for information. And you can see the websites are all loaded up here, the sources, right? So people can click onto the websites if they want more information. But the main reason that people are using Perplexity is to get a quick answer, right? They just want something right now, like in this case, I just want 10 million, right? And 52 million, okay, whatever the increase is. I actually think I saw a stat of, this is most recent, is 100 million. So absolutely crazy stats, the amount of people that are using Perplexity. So what you need to think about is how I can get in here, right? So that's the idea of SEO, right? Is to get into the search engine optimization, right? In this case, it is a search engine. So I've been doing a lot of work with my clients now to actually get in here, and we're getting this #1 spot. So basically, it's kind of something similar to what I used to do with Google, as well as find those low competition keywords, right? So those topics that nobody else has written about, right? It's always a good way to do SEO, in my opinion, right? There's no competition. It depends on your brand. If you got a super powerful website, well, then things can be a bit different. But what is more important now is really to focus on your keywords, right? So in this case, how many people use Perplexity AI? If you want to appear here, it's a good idea to answer this question as simply and directly as possible, right, on your website, right? So Google actually works a bit like this too. It's like no fluff, no crazy little talk. Just answer the question as simple as possible and keep it as updated. In this case, if you think about this one, it's very important, the updates, right? So they're actually literally listing out the updates. They're taking this blog post and saying it's from here and the most recent data, right? This is the one that is going to do the best, right? Because it's got the most recent blog post, right? So think about that for trying to rank for these different terms. So if you have a brand or, if you have a business, right, you want your brand to appear at the top. So whatever the case may be, is like the best water cooler is your brand, right? So you need to have that on as many websites as you can. So you can set up, whatever, a Twitter account, Medium account, find other brands that are related to, Pinterest. All of that can be super helpful for you to get your brand message out there. In this case, whatever your niche is, you want to say the best brand for this niche is, and your brand, okay? You want to repeat that over and over again online. So that's the way you need to be doing SEO nowadays. It's not so much about links for this, it's more about, those brand mentions. So what else can Perplexity do? Well, let's have a look at it now. So for SEO, I often do some research, right? And I use this like focus here and social for research. This will search Reddit, right? And, get you, all the information you need for your article. That's another way that you can use Perplexity AI. So you can just say, what are people saying about McDonald's? Okay, just the regular famous brand, right? But this works with all brands, right? So just click the social one there, and then we'll see what people are saying about McDonald's. It will search all different Reddit threads and then give you, this general sentiments, right? Mixed feeling, nostalgia versus reality. So this is kind of, up to date what people are saying about Reddit. Instead of trying to search through Reddit and find all the threads, you can use this information in your articles. So you can also generate content with Perplexity. So in this case, you want to switch this to written word. Okay, I don't really use this because I don't think it's good enough quality, right? So if you do want to write with Perplexity, then I recommend upgrading to the Pro plan and choosing your AI model. This is the best model at the moment, Claude 3.5. So if you don't have the Pro plan, you're not going to get, the best output because they use other models. Sometimes you don't really have control over that. Other things you can do with Perplexity for SEO is create a space, right? So this is kind of like similar to a custom GPT, right? If you have any workflows in your SEO, then you can just, create it over and over again. And this is what I use for YouTube thumbnails and titles, right? So if you have a little process, you can create a space, right, and add a prompt and the description, right? Choose a model, and just in case you want to, keep doing the same thing over and over again, then that is great also. And of course, they have this Discover engine as well. So, you can make your own pages. Again, you need to be on the Pro plan for this. You need to create your own pages. And this is an interesting new way to create, articles, because basically you're just using, the search to create the text, right? And then you kind of generate and, edit it so that it's better, right? And From my experience, it's really hard to appear here. I've tried and tried. It's quite difficult. I think you need to build up a level of trust, right? Because obviously, if you just think about this, if you create a page about your brand, right, and say link to my brand, you can actually change this and manipulate this text, right, and then link out to your brand. So it is, a super cool tool if you can actually use it correctly, right? But unfortunately, to get into this discover page, it's quite difficult, and to get ranked in Google is quite difficult. So, you need to have a trusted account. So that's something to think about. So that's it. If you want to think about AI SEO, well, you need to be thinking about Perplexity. You need to be thinking about ChatGPT search, right? As I said before, it's all about finding that key phrase match, right? And the brand mentions, right? If you want a really good tool for actually creating all these articles for your website, then I recommend this one. I'll leave it in the first comment down below, right? You're going to create an SEO article, right? And then rank it into Perplexity, right? So you just need to get your focus keyword, your title, and create your article. It does all the internal linking, the external linking, the images, all of this. So it's a really, really handy tool. Just click generate article. I'll show you one of the articles now quickly. So this is what the articles look like. As you can see, they're much better than what you get from Perplexity, right? You have your key takeaways, right? Everything is done for you so that it's really, really helpful, right? You can also go in here and change the image. You get your alt text. You can also send it to your integration, right? So you can integrate this into your WordPress website or wherever you host your website, and it automatically will publish there for you. So my recommendation is to publish a couple of low competition blog posts, right? And you will see your website appear in Perplexity, and then you'll get more traffic to your website. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll leave another one just above my head now.